Welcome back to a brand new, better than ever episode of Lolli TV, now coming to you every month with everything you need to know about what's happening in Bitcoin and crypto so you can stay up to date, impress your friends, and overall just be in the know about this super fast moving, fast growing space. This is actually a very special episode, you guys. I am thrilled to announce that new Lolli card boosts are now live for iOS and Android. That means that everyone can now turn their credit or debit card into a Bitcoin rewards card simply by linking a card on the Lolli app to earn up to 10% in Bitcoin rewards at Shake Shack, CVS, Costco, Chevron, and 10,000 plus more stores. We hit a monthly low just above 18K and a monthly high just above 20K. And while a lot of people have been critical about how Bitcoin is down bad, we're really not down so bad. If you look at Bitcoin over the last few months, we've had limited volatility and stayed stable and steady around the 20K threshold. And that kind of stability and strength is not something that most cryptos nor global currencies can say for themselves these days. In fact, Bitcoin is looking good compared to many top global currencies these days. If you want to talk about being down bad, the British pound, euro, yen, Canadian dollar, and more have all taken a serious hit in the last 6 months, with the British pound in particular down to a record low compared to the dollar. See, a lot of the strife that these currencies have been seeing lately is deeply tied to rising interest rates in the US and beyond, as well as economic pressures from the Russia-Ukrainian war. The weakening value of top currencies like the pound has consequences. It threatens to keep inflation high across global economies and put upwards pressure on the cost of living for people throughout the world. Meanwhile, in the US, Chair of the SEC Gary Gensler had yet another take on crypto, saying that he believes most cryptocurrencies are securities, although Gensler clarified his position in the past that he thinks Bitcoin alone is a commodity. Our man Gary G also expressed the SEC's conviction that existing financial rules and regulations adequately apply to cryptocurrency, to which anyone who knows anything about crypto responded, "Really?" In more news from men who run money, head of the Fed Jerome Powell hinted at even more interest rate hikes to come in October, so that should be fun. In a September Q&A, J. Powell vowed that the Fed would keep raising interest rates to fight inflation until the job is done. Meanwhile, in the White House, the Biden administration released its first ever framework on what crypto regulation in the US should look like. Long bill short, it seems like the US government is into CBDCs and thinks that digital assets, quote, pose a meaningful risk. If you're kind of confused by that paradox, raise your hand. We linked the full bill in the captions so you can read it below. On Wall Street, crypto is taking over. In September, mainstream adoption on Wall Street kept heating up. Fidelity, Schwab, and Citadel, 3 Wall Street behemoths, partnered to start their very own crypto exchange. These big firms are joining ones like Point72 and BlackRock, which either got into crypto or shared their plans to get into crypto in August. Most things that Wall Street does are an indicator of what people at large want. These firms are, after all, client-serving firms that have millions of institutional and retailer accounts. So if Wall Street's doing something, that means the people they represent want something. Also on Wall Street, America's oldest bank, Bank of New York Mellon, jumped into crypto this week with plans to custody digital assets alongside traditional investments for its clients. Finally, a new study showed that Bitcoin outperformed both the S&P 500 and Nasdaq in September. Even though Bitcoin saw a 3.11% drop in September, it still surpassed the S&P 500 and Nasdaq. Meanwhile, Ethereum did not fare quite as well despite its long-awaited merge coming to pass. Quick round robin of some other big crypto news that happened this month. The BNB chain, Binance's token, temporarily shut down after hackers drained $100 million from the platform. NFTs can now be bought and sold on the App Store, although Big Apple will be extracting its cut with a 30% take on all sales. And finally, Starbucks is launching an NFT-based loyalty program called Starbucks Odyssey, launching later this year. Last but certainly not least, we've got Meme of the Month, and drumroll please, the Bitcoin giveaway. All right, this month, it's always like a toss-up, but I really like this meme from Not Financial Advice. The Bank of England getting ready to print more money as the currency collapses and inflation sits at record highs. That's not funny, obviously, but I do feel like it really talks to this inflation fighting strategy that a number of governments have employed that's like print more money to combat inflation. Clown shoes. Bruh. Halloween is right around the corner, which means it's time to stock up on costumes, candy, decor, and more with Bitcoin rewards on Lolli. Head to CVS for 3% back with Lolli card boosts on candy, decor, everything you need for your festive holiday. Costco for 2% back, then secure your fall look with a ton of free Bitcoin. Get 11% in Bitcoin rewards at Faherty on looks you will love to live in. Then head to Adidas for 11% back on fitness, athleisure, and more. Head to Doc Martens for 9% back on footwear that will take you everywhere. And then head to Bloomingdale's for 6% in Bitcoin rewards on every brand under the sun. And finally, for your favorite part of the episode, the $100 in Bitcoin giveaway, drop your hot take for Bitcoin in October. What's gonna happen price-wise, adoption-wise? Give it to me and your Lolli Sats tag, and you will be entered for a chance to win $100 in Bitcoin. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy using Card Boost as much as I do. I will see you next time, and until then, happy stacking.